What is the mutual fund NAV?
What's with the finance industry and three-letter abbreviations? By the way, abbreviations are short form for long words or phrases, and acronyms are one type of abbreviation that can be pronounced as a word. So if I pronounce NAV as NAV, is it an acronym?
Say you decide to invest 100 rupees when a new fund starts. Your check gets deposited into the bank account of a fund, along with investments from hundreds of other investors that day, totaling, say, 10,000 rupees. Now the fund has to give you, and all the other investors, some kind of receipt for your respective investments to indicate your proportionate share of the fund. To standardize reporting, they issue 10,000 units, say at 1 rupee each, so you get allotted 100 units. This unit price is also called net asset value or NAV. The next day, the fund manager starts investing in a diversified portfolio of shares or bonds or both. By the time the stock exchange closes at 3:30 p.m., the fund now owns 9,500 rupees worth of shares. They leave 500 rupees in the bank account, which is shown as cash. Now, there were some expenses for that day. The brokerage paid to the stockbroker to buy the shares, the stamp duty on those trades. These get charged directly to the fund. Then the fees due to the AMC and the trustee companies, investor education expenses, etc., which add up to the expense ratio. The AMC now has to update the unit price or NAV after adjusting all of these expenses, which is why if you look up the NAV online the next day, it is likely to be slightly less than the 1 rupee. The next day, some share prices might rise, some might fall. So the NAV not only has to reflect the expenses for that day, but also the market price for all the portfolio holdings. That's why the disclaimer about mutual funds being subject to market risks.
In summary, so you now understand how mutual funds have unit prices or NAVs declared on a daily basis, which reflect the market value of portfolio holdings. The absolute value of NAV doesn't matter, but you do need to check that the NAV is increasing over time. Check out the other videos in this series about mutual funds.